Well, howdy there, cowpokes. In this list, we compiled 10 facts you probably didn't know about the Lon Lon Ranch from the Legend of Zelda series.
10.
The successor to A Link to the Past sees Link in his usual antics of trying to save Hyrule, but all those heroics can really build up a thirst. That's why you can stop at the milk bar to quench your thirst in between moblin killings. However, if you stop and talk to the owner, who's simply called Milk Bar Owner, he looks and acts a lot like Talon from the Lon Lon Ranch. Talk to him long enough, and he'll eventually mention that the milk actually comes from the Lon Lon Ranch, despite it actually not appearing in the game.
9.
Okay, this doesn't have anything to do with the Lon Lon Ranch per se, but if you didn't know this trick, I guarantee you're gonna want to try it. In Ocarina of Time, if you equip a bottle, one of which you get from the Lon Lon Ranch, so there's your connection, if you have the bottle equipped during the fight with Ganondorf, you can use it to deflect his firebolts back at him. It's ridiculous looking, and it's amazing.
8.
We all know Ingo from the Lon Lon Ranch. Being a kid is thinking he's mean for kicking Talon out of his own ranch, but being an adult is realizing that Ingo was doing all the labor while the owner constantly fell asleep on the job, and then you realize that you not only sympathize with Ingo, but working your 9-to-5 job, you were Ingo. But anyway, in the game, Ingo gets fed up with Talon, kicks him out, and gets a bit drunk with power. The worst thing he does in the game is to try to give Epona to Ganondorf and lock Link up in the ranch because Ingo might have a slight gambling problem. Worst thing he does in the manga? Attempted murder. In the manga, after Link gets Epona, Twin Rover brainwashes Ingo to kill Link, so he sets a trap for him by tying a Malon and beating her horses in front of her to teach her a lesson. A lesson for what? Don't know, it's never explained. But once Link goes there to save her, and after he beats the Gerudos lying in wait to ambush him, Ingo pulls out a crossbow because Ingo is a gangsta. But Link disarms him and stabs him in the air, breaking the brainwashing spell. The Ocarina of Time manga is weird.
7.
There's a mod created by, forgive me for mispronouncing their name, Wekuteru, linked to their YouTube in the description, that puts the Lon Lon Ranch in Breath of the Wild. This mod has to be seen to be believed. The video Wekuteru has on their channel is in a breathtaking 4K running at 60 frames per second. After this video is over, you owe it to yourself to go check it out. The level of detail is staggering. Everything is here in the place that it should be. Even the castle and Death Mountain are in the right location on the horizon.
6.
In an interview, scriptwriter Toru Osawa said that Talon and Malon are based off of Tarin and Marin from A Link's Awakening, and it was intended to be a bit of an Easter egg for those who played A Link to the Past. But there are other inspirations behind Talon and Ingo that we'll get to before the end of the video.
5.
The name of the Lon Lon Ranch comes from Talon and Malon's name, which should be obvious, but it took me until we were doing research for this list to realize it.
4.
Oh, Ingo. All you ever wanted was respect and a fair wage. Shigeru Miyamoto once said he wanted Ingo to set fire to the ranch in a frenzy to have Link jump over the fence in a backdrop of flames. And I guess that would also mean Ingo would have bet his inn and set fire as well. However, this was dropped when a member of the development staff asked what would happen if players wanted to return to the farm. They would find a barbecued Ingo. That's what would happen. But, of course, they changed it, so Ingo gets to live. So go visit him. He needs it.
3.
In a place called the Ranch Ruins, you'll find several landmarks that are very reminiscent of the old Lon Lon Ranch from the Ocarina of Time. The entrance looks strikingly familiar to the entrance from Ocarina of Time, and the gates and signs and what remains of the farmhouse seem to be there as well. I guess Ingo really did get tired and decided to burn down the entire place.
2.
In Ocarina of Time 3D, if you go up to the bedroom above the farmhouse and break the pots, you're a jerk. If you return later as an adult, you'll see a picture of Link from Skyward Sword. Both games came out in 2011, so it makes sense for Nintendo to put a link between the two. See what I did there?
1.
As we discussed, Talon was inspired by Tarin from Link's Awakening. But if you take a closer look at Tarin, you'll see he shares a striking resemblance to another Nintendo character, Mario. So that means Talon is also based off of Mario. This theory starts to make even more sense when you look at what Talon is wearing. Red shirt with blue overalls. Looks familiar, eh? And if you look at Ingo, that's just grumpy Luigi. The connection between Mario and Talon is driven home even more when you realize the brooch Malon and Talon wears is shaped like Bowser. Even the way Talon sleeps is like Mario. So lazy.